I am using laptop at the moment. Let's see how far we can go with it. Um, I need to. Where's Jesus Christ? We are live again. I need to. I just to use a switch to laptop to see if how it will look because the phone decided to. I think the problem is from the phone. Let me see. I cannot complete now. Let's see how this one will serve. Let's see what will happen because I don't know what was going on actually. The whole thing stressed me up. It stressed me, really stressed me. So let me see if you can hear me, please. As you're joining in, just let me know how the sound looks. This is a different device from the phone I was using. Let me see how it looks. It has troubled me a lot this evening. Let me see if the problem is actually from my side or from on the phone or network. Let me know. Please, guys, I need your comment. I need your comments. Tell me how they sound before we move forward. Okay. If you can hear me, just let me know. Thank you. Okay, guys, how is the sound so far? Can you just comment? Let me know how you the sound is the sound okay? Is it audible enough? Is it audible enough? Because I just want to use test this one and see how it looks. If that is I'm going to be using often, then I will because the kind of this disturbances that the other device was giving me is shocking. I don't want to continue with that kind of stress. So can you just put on comment section? I don't know if you can hear me. Can you put in comment section and tell me how the sound seems to be? Is it okay? Do you think you can hear me? Am I audible enough? Let me know. Okay, I will try and check from my end as well. Hold on. Okay, can you hear me? How is it? Okay, let me see. I am trying to set it so that we can confirm. Just to give me a time, give me a time.
To stay Judeo-Christian, Greco-Roman Republican governance. Had America been a multicultural society, they would have space
So,
for Sharia.
can you tell me how the
I'm
sound
now
is? If
addressing
you
the
just
US ambassador
joining
to
me,
try
please
to
let
tell
me
those
know. Can
peaceful
you
people
hear me?
we are
Can you
educated
hear
to
the
go to school
stream?
for a reason.
Can
We're
you
enlightened
hear
and have our brain
the
intact. There
Master
is no
Americanos
culture on this earth
audio? Can you
that
hear
runs
those
on
things?
this
Let me know so
wishy-washy
I'll be sure.
multiculturalism. It doesn't happen. What you have are established order and value systems upon which various cultures can now coexist. If you go to America, you coexist under the provisions of the United States Constitution. And the US Constitution is a Christian constitution. Not America is not multicultural, but under that bedrock of liberty and egalitarianism, you allow other cultures to come in. But first of all, they must swear allegiance to the or take an oath to uphold the Constitution of the USA. That is something that the US ambassador never told the Janjaweed that went to visit her. The same way that Nigeria cannot function as a viable entity. Wole Soyinka knows what I'm talking about. I'm even sure somebody who claims he's learned, as Bishop Coker is, understands what I'm talking about. No country on this earth. The value system of the state of Israel is based on Judaic principles. The value system of Russia is entirely theirs. It's based on theirs. It's the Russian way of doing things from times of the Tsar. If you go to Saudi Arabia, it is essentially a Sharia Islamic state. You can live there, no problem. You can build your churches if you want. They've not allowed to build your churches if you want. But it is never a multicultural society. Japan is not a multicultural society. China is not. They can accommodate you, but that doesn't mean they have multi. This is type of nonsense they feed Africans, and we fall for that very gimmick of multiculturalism. At the end of the day, you end up with a useless contraption like Nigeria. You don't have any value system that anybody anywhere can define. If I talk about the USA, I can talk about hamburger in the USA. We can talk about what else do they have in the USA? Hamburger. You can talk about what's it called? What are the traditional dishes? Apple pie and all the rest of it. You can say that these are American dishes. If you go to the UK, you can talk about maybe mashed potato and bangers and mash, which is sausage and mashed potato as their national meal. That's understandable. But I ask you, if you come to Nigeria, what is the national dish of Nigeria? Does a Fulani Janjaweed eat a fegusi, where we come from? Does an Igbo man eat a wedu soup? The answer is no. So on what basis is all this so-called multicultural foundation going to be laid upon? On what? We are not one people. We may be black, we may be Africans, but we're not one people. Not even one religion. If Britain cannot stay in an EU that is entirely Christian, EU is entirely Christian. Britain left. Nigeria, I don't know if Nigeria is Christian or in fact is Islamic. So for me to accept the multiculturalism being preached by the US ambassador, I have to embrace Islam as my religion. That's what it means. And some of you get taken in by all this rubbish. And I feel sorry for you. Yeah, sometimes when I say this, I'm being very arrogant. If you are educated, you will understand that no nation is multicultural. They allow other cultures to come in. It doesn't mean they're multicultural. They have a viable space where multicultural ideas or identities can thrive. But the foundation has to be monolithic. It has to be one dominant value system and ideology. That's how it is all over the world. Don't let anybody fool you otherwise. That is the same reason why you have this anomaly in a so-called republic. You have royal fathers in a republic because you are trying to shuffle multiculturalism. You're trying to marry the feudal system of the north, the monarchical system of the west, and the republican system in the east, to marry them into one. And what you have is entirely rubbish, and that is why Nigeria can never work. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever.
Wow.
Competing value systems. Nobody wants their own value system to be subsumed under another person's value system. This is something that the US ambassador never told you. But here I am telling you today. Because if you come here, you become educated. If you come here, you become enlightened. If you come here, you stop being a zoo animal, you become a human being. That is why we are the largest and, of course, the most consistent broadcasting platform insofar as Africa is concerned, right across the world. Millions listen to us because they know we preach the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. That is why this very day, because you are in one Nigeria, in multiculturalism, the army will come to Olo to defend Fulani Janjaweed living in our forests. We went to Olo to defend our people. They came, they arrested the clerics. Men of God, they arrested all of them. How many times have you heard that imams were being arrested in the north?
Never.
Or that villages were being invaded in the north and imams being arrested? Only in Biafra land. And this is your multiculturalism. This is a place where you want all of us to stay somehow to pretend that all is well when we know that it is not. In that same Nigeria is where Fulani headsmen openly boast about conquest. Benue State is one. That is why I feel sorry for the idiots talking rubbish from Benue. They came and they made the same bold claim on Edo State. And I quote, "We will kill all policemen and take over Edo State." Vanguard publication of January 23, 2021, this year. Only 2 months ago. Nothing happened to them. Only the Fulanis can lay claim to land that doesn't belong to them, and nobody will say anything. When you try to respond, they come against you. And your average foolish Nigerian who cannot reason properly, they're not educated very well, I'm sorry to say, will side with the oppressor.
Exactly.
It's only in Nigeria where the victim becomes the accused. You came into Olo, Hopos Adama tried to give you land in Olo to build a Fulani settlement, and we said no to it. That's all. To talk about Olo crisis. And now they're trying to blame IPOB, they're trying to blame Eastern Security Network. But all of you are aware of the fact that Nigerian Army and Nigerian Police are essentially Fulani Janjaweed terrorists in uniform. The newspapers, all the articles, everywhere, the national discourse is replete with instances of Fulani being supplied by the military, as you're going to listen to later on. But nothing happens. When you try to fight back, you become the victim. And we are saying we are fed up of being victims. We can no longer be victims anymore. If you kill us, we'll kill you. I'm saying it live on video, so you can share the video all over the world if you want. If you come to our land to kill us, we'll kill you. As simple as that. It may take us some time, but eventually we'll overwhelm you. Well, in the end, we always win. As I warned them in Benue, we are in Benue. In all of our police in Benue State, and we're not living there until we are certain that the lives and properties of our people there are firmly secured. Any day we learn to stop blaming the victims, this world will be a better place. I'm directing this very statements to the US ambassador, to the UK High Commissioner, to the EU presence in the zoo and the UN as well. I know all of you will do nothing. We are not Muslims, so you're not going to help us. That's obvious. We know that for sure. But we have something that you do not have. We have the grace, the might, and protection of God Almighty in heaven. And we know that God exists. And as long as He liveth, as my name is Nnamdi, my Redeemer liveth, as long as God lives in heaven, all of you can never triumph against us. Uchuku said it before, and he said he failed. We know why he failed, because God said the time wasn't right. I want to show them, my children, what is called Biafra, that very kingdom. They have to fight their way into it. If that is the option you leave for us, then by all means, we will oblige you. But Biafra must come, or we all die. It's as simple as that. There is no alternative. People must understand the rage that is boiling within us. You must understand how angry we are. We may look normal to you, but we are very, very angry, believe you me. And by the time we are done with Nigeria, the name won't exist. That I can assure you. You people are now beginning to see the type of madness that we are capable of unleashing. And more is coming. And I do not hide it, because you hate us anyway. This conspiracy against Biafra, for no reason, we've done nothing wrong to anyone. But you despise us and hate us. You want us to die because God gave us oil and gas. You want to take over our land. It's not going to happen. And we're not apologizing or begging anybody to please read this letter. They are raping our women. They raped our women. Did you do anything about it?
Nothing.
They went to the UK High Commissioner. They were telling them, oh, we can't do anything about it. Rape victims. But you're doing something about defending Fulani. You are defending Fulani. But rape victims in front of you cannot defend them. And you're neutral. And you want Nigeria to go to. So you want me to stay in a Nigeria where my women will be raped every day. Nobody will do anything about it. And I'll be clapping for you. One Nigeria, I'll be clapping for you. Check white people everywhere. People are insane. You want me to stay in a country where the Fulani police and soldiers can come and take our women, rape them anyhow they like. Even before they release them, they charge them. Do you know how much we have spent? We have spent nearly 9 million naira to secure the release of people who were abducted and raped, victims of state crime. Britain didn't say anything. The UN never uttered a word. EU, nothing. US, nothing. And you want me to be in that country? I think some people are mad. Very, very insane.
Yeah, I am back. I'm back, Richard. The network, my device was very, very crazy.
We're not going to stop.
Thank you for coming back. Thank you. I appreciate your presence, Richard. Thank you so much. I have to use laptop to stream now.
We abhor death and killing of another soul. It's in our nature. That's how we are. But because of that, they have been coming and killing us all these years. We've kept quiet. They've been killing and killing and killing quiet. We have a case at the ICC. We have a case at Africa Union. We have a case at what else again? Pending before the UN in New York. We've been to Geneva to tender our case before UN. Till today, nothing. In fact, the more we complain to them, the more they come to abduct and rape our children, the more they come to kill us, the more they want to take over our land and our forests. And who told them that's going to be possible in our time? In a time, in a movement that I lead, you think you can come into our land and take it over? Oh dear. That means you don't know who we are. 30 pastors arrested for doing nothing. Have you heard about any imams being arrested in the north?
Never.
No. Do you want me to stay in one Nigeria with you after this level of injustice? Is that what you think? No, it is not going to happen. Not now, not tomorrow. There are two things plaguing them in the zoo. Lies and deceit. If not for the coming of IPOB, of Radio Biafra, all of you would have lived and died in the ignorance that Ojukwu caused a war. That's what they were writing. Britain helped them to write it. Ojukwu was a rebel, a secessionist, because we had no media. That is why they're paying Facebook billions upon billions of US dollars to stop this truth from coming out. Did Ojukwu cause any war? Go on is alive, go and ask him. Did Ojukwu cause any war? Ojukwu went and negotiated restructuring with you in Aburi. You came back, Britain told you not to agree.
After accepting,
because Britain realized that all the component units of Britain knows that if you go back to regionalism, you will have economic growth. The country will do very well. But Britain doesn't want it. And that was why they even instigated the Nzogu coup, so-called Nzogu coup, saying they will bring Awolowo to become the head of state. They knew what was going to happen. They wanted to truncate the economic miracle of Dr. Michael Obara. What I'm telling you are fast. Go and investigate for yourself. In the East, you had the fastest growing economy in the whole world, over 40% every year. In the West, Awolowo was performing his own miracle as well. Even in the North, Ahmadu Bello and Tafawa Balewa were doing very well. You had all those massive industries in the North. You even had Alamajiris that were employed in the North, meaningfully employed, gainfully employed. They were all doing very well. Britain said, no, for us to control these people, we need to impoverish them. Let us introduce this war. There was a coup by Nzogu. And after that, there was the massacre of, as usual, massacre of our people in the North. Ojukwu said, I have to secure my land and my people. They said, no, let's go to Aburi to discuss it. Ojukwu went to Aburi and agreed restructuring. That's something now you're asking for. To tell you how foolish Nigerians are. They're very foolish. That same nonsense you're asking for now was discussed many years ago. Ojukwu sat down in Aburi with Gowon and decided that regionalism was the best way forward, restructuring, going back to who you were, 1963 Constitution, 1960-1963 Constitution. Be on your own and pay tax to the central government, as they have in America, as they have even in Britain. Britain, you have Scotland that is almost independent. Wales is something, everybody is free. But Britain doesn't want the something they're enjoying to happen in Nigeria. Why? Ask yourself that question. Anybody telling you about one Nigeria is your enemy. I'll prove it to you now. Ojukwu negotiated devolution, regionalism. The North will be on their own, the West on their own, even Midwest on their own, and then the East on their own. It's the same one Nigeria. Gowon said no. Do you know all the journalists in Nigeria, none of them have ever gone to Gowon to ask him, why did he say no to Aburi? Aburi was restructuring. None of those agitating for restructuring right now has ever gone to Gowon or gone to Nigeria to say, but Ojukwu negotiated restructuring. What happened? They came back and they said no. Ojukwu said, okay, so you want to continue to kill my people all over the place? No. Because of that, I'll declare Biafra. Today, they have brainwashed all of you with the perverse notion and thinking that somehow Ojukwu is responsible for causing a war, when opposite is the case. If not now, that after many years of hammering on this very topic, it has now sunk into the skull of the people that Gowon was the aggressor, not Ojukwu. That's how Nigeria is, always blaming the victim. And we lost over 5 million people during that very genocidal war. They killed over 5 million Biafrans. They wanted to wipe us away from the face of this very earth. But we survived it, and we are here today. Those they gave birth, they have come. And this time with a wrath that you cannot even begin to imagine. And Biafra must come. It must come. Two things are bothering the zoo right now. You know, when God wants to destroy a nation, it comes in many ways. One, Buhari is dead. They brought in a fake. It is now dawning on the people very slowly that there is no more Buhari. People are now beginning to realize it. What I find astonishing are people that they claim are stakeholders in the zoo, those who should know better, those who should be, should I say, lead this very campaign to uncover the truth. They're all running away, they're all hiding. Do you know why they're hiding? Because people talking about a late dead Buhari are those that oil and gas comes from their region. And they all think that they need oil and gas to survive. That is why they're all quiet. If not that Dino Malaya came out a few days ago, of course, Obasanjo said it. Even Aisha Buhari said it. But the husband is dead. They all pretended as if they didn't know. And we know that Buhari is dead. And when that very issue erupts the way and manner it would, later on in the coming weeks and months, the zoo cannot contain the fallout. That is number one. Number two is that everybody keeps talking about there seems to be no government, there is no direction because Buhari is not there. That is why you have no direction. That is why the country seems to be drifting. That is why there is no sense of purpose, no cohesion, because there is no Buhari. So what you have are competing interests and ideas from the Fulani cabal that is ruling the zoo, ruling all of you. You know that little boy is not Buhari, everybody knows that. How many Buharis are you going to have before you begin to reason and begin to think? When I said it, they said it was conspiracy theory. Not at all. If not that I talked about Aisha Buhari in my last broadcast, I wouldn't have brought her out today to speak. And she only issued a statement. Nobody saw her. She's in Dubai having fun with her boyfriend, your first lady. And I asked them, in whose reign or regime in Nigeria or anywhere else in the world do you have a first lady missing in office? Only in Nigeria. But you as a Nigerian cannot ask any questions because of the way you reason. The problem you have as a Nigerian is in your brain. The way you reason is flawed. Ask yourself this question. If this woman's husband is alive, what is she doing in Dubai? And with who in Dubai? Simple question. But you can't ask yourself that question because you're a Nigerian. Sometimes you don't reason very well. It is not meant to be an insult. I'm just telling you the fact of life. Buhari is no longer alive. The various Fulani groups within, some are sponsoring terrorists from all over the place to come to your land to kill you. And you want to be in the same country with the same people that imported terrorists to come to kill you. I don't understand it. You see, I am struggling to understand how some of you reason. They call themselves your patrons. They say that you are Nigerians. Is that correct? Why would a fellow Nigerian go outside to the Sahel to pay people to come to kill you? They are fellow Nigerian. And after killing you, they say that those murderers and killers are now entitled to live in your forests and your farmlands. And
are
all of you okay at all? Because I am struggling to understand how you people reason. The reason why I'm saying this is this. The gullible ones amongst you are the ones they are deceiving. They are deceiving all of you. And for some perverse reason, you tend to fall for it. But we have not fallen for it. And wonders shall never end. You saw the little boy that they were giving, they said they're giving him COVID-19 vaccine. And I ask you in all honesty, there are pastors and truth tellers and men of God, I believe, in Nigeria. Look at the hand of that boy. You've seen the pictures and the videos everywhere. Is that the hand of an 80-year-old man? How can all of a sudden Usibajo is now older than Buhari? Look at the videos and look at the pictures. At this point, I begin to ask some of you, are you sure that your brain is working? Your brain cells is working? People say, oh, it is a conspiracy theory. All these things that you're saying about these people, and I'm saying to them, have you not seen the picture of Usibajo taking the so-called vaccine or malaria injection? I don't know. Look at the man they claim is Buhari. Look at his hand. Is that the hand of an 80-year-old man? Is Buhari richer than Bill Gates? Is Buhari richer than George Soros? George Soros is richer than the whole of Nigeria. Bill Gates the same thing. So if it is money that caused this very old dying man to now turn into a 35-year-old man, how come Bill Gates cannot do it? Or George Soros? Or even Queen Elizabeth for that matter? If they claim that the treatment that Buhari received that made him look this young was administered in London, the Queen is the Queen of England, the Queen of United Kingdom. Why wouldn't she go through the same treatment? Why not? Why wouldn't Prince Philip go through some treatment and become young again? That is how Nigerians and black people reason that give me cause for concern. If we continue this way, we can never ever build nor have any viable society, all of us together. And that is why it is very, very critical and very, very important that we do that which is right before God and man. And stop this one from deceiving us. You are every head of state that took a vaccine all over the world. After taking the vaccine, they addressed their people. They spoke to the nation. Why is it that this one wearing an oversized face mask, of course, on top of Buhari had a reality face mask, could not utter a word? Can't you ask yourself that question? He came to take his vaccine. Go and look at other heads of state. They take their own vaccine in public and they speak. This one is like a mannequin. He comes out, you wheel him out, and they do something and he goes back in again. That tells you that Buhari is no longer alive. Buhari is in a shallow grave in Saudi Arabia. He's dead. And that is why they're in a hurry. That is why this governor can say, I will not listen to Asarok. That governor will say, let's bring in more bandits, let's settle them. That is why the government is disjointed and dysfunctional. Nobody's in charge. Obasanjo knows that nobody's in charge. I think he said that he may not agree that it's a Buhari double, but that the Buhari now in Asarok is not the one he used to know. How else do you want to put it? He's been very clear. He wants Nigeria to survive so that him and his friends can continue to enjoy oil money. That's all. Oil money. That's nothing more, nothing less. Just oil money.
Oil money. That's it. That's
just oil money.
That is what they want.
So they can continue to enjoy oil money flowing from Biafra land. That's all.
That's true.
Not that they love you. Not that they love one Nigeria. Of course not. They don't. Nobody does. These are the things that you ought to know. That's what we're telling you this very day. The time now is 7 minutes to the top of the hour, regardless of where you're all over the world. That tells you that we are live and we are direct. And this very gospel is coming to you so that you may change. You may have a change of heart.
Okay, guys, that is it. I am going to end it here tonight. We had a lot of challenges, broadcasting. I was live earlier, then the network decided to kick me out. I tried to come back again and start again. So I think I'm going to see what I can do tomorrow to, better the stream. Maybe we can go back the way, our normal broadcast using mobile. Now I'm using laptop. That is why it is the way it is. I hope you enjoyed it. Though I have not finished the broadcast, the stream, the video. You still have a lot of at least more than almost 30 minutes, more than 30 minutes left. But we need to call it a day because I spent much of our time trying to fix it. Okay, my question now, that criminal called and asked why he did not go to court on 26th, but always lie that our leader said that. Our leader said this. Okay, Woye, I see your comment. One thing you need to understand about issue of Mazamakan is somehow Southeasterners, the politicians in the Southeast, are doing business. They're making money from case of Masina Modekano. Do you understand? That is just fact of life. I will not lie to you. They are making money from that. People are cashing out. People are cashing out from this kidnap of Masina Modekano. Every court case, they are making money from it. So that is one of the reason, and they are not going to stop soon. Do you understand? They're not going to stop soon. It's only Biafrans that need to do something to stop them. Without doing something to stop them, they are not going to stop. Do you understand? So everything about Nigerian is going. Everything there is going backward. It's going backward. Actually, I want to show you to prove to you what I just said now. There's a video from JPAC. Some of you maybe you know JPAC. This Anambra guy. There's a video he made where he was saying that what he made a video saying what Showore, the Ududua guy, the one that contests for also, I think he's one of the presidential aspirants in the past Nigerian election. So he said this. Let me see if I can get that video up. How am I going? How will I play this to you now? So do you understand what I'm saying? The video. Okay, if you can hear this, let me know. Okay, just listen. If you can hear it, let me. Please, is the audio coming out? Can somebody confirm? Will you confirm this for me? Is the audio coming out? Did you hear what I just played now or not? Because I'm trying to use the same device to play it. Does it work? Did it work on your end? Let me know. Just let me know. Why I'm talking to you, please. Let me know. Said no. Okay. That means I have to get okay, let me see if it will work this way. Just give me some times. I just want you to listen to what he said because I played that. Okay, no sound yet. Okay. Don't worry, I will get the sound up. Just give me some times. Let me see how I will get it. If I tried it, if it did not come out, then you have to be here with me tomorrow because I cannot. Okay, let me see. Let me see. X. Okay, this X. Let me see. Richard said no. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to see. Yes, please. Oh, Diana, did you hear the sound? Diana, did you hear the sound? Let me know if the sound is coming out on your end, because I'm trying to use the same. This is a different device I'm using now, so I want to see because the phone that I normally use, while streaming is. I think the phone decided to go on strike. Kicked me out many times. So I was suspecting my network, but everything is working perfectly. So I decided to change the device to see if it worked properly. Just hold on. Let me see if I can get it here. Or do I? I don't need to use this one. Diana, did you hear the sound? Because it's only you said yes. One you said no. Richard said no, and you are telling me yes. You are telling me yes. Diana said yes. So how did you hear that and others did not? How possible is that? How come? Okay, what you say no sound. Okay, just wait, hold on. I'm still working on it to see if I can get it up. Let me see if I can get it up because I was trying to use the same device that where I'm streaming to play the video, but it seems like it's not working. But Diana said that she can hear. Maybe Diana did not get the question because both of you have confirmed that you can't hear that. Okay, now let me see. If you can hear this, let me
Comment
know.
on social media. If we put on social media. Now, but tell me, how are you going to react over that? Will you be able to come on social media again? Even if you'll be hiding, you probably change your name. Libra na social
How
media.
about this
You
one?
know, people
Can you
na
hear
social media.
the voice of this DOS guy?
Umuneli should sue
Okay,
them
you can hear this one
for
now.
life imprisonment.
Now I know the problem.
We are
Okay,
giving them
so
advice.
now I know the problem. Okay, let me look for the video that I wanted to play before. Now I got it, and I got it because I tried to use the same browser that I'm streaming on to play that video because I just bring another tab beside it, and he said it doesn't work. So that means the problem was from the using the same browser at the go. Now I have switched to another browser in the same device, and you can hear. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Let me look for the video that I want to play. Now listen to this. What this guy said here. Okay, what he said here is the for you to know the nature of the business going on with Mazda Meccano's court case and all that. Do you understand? For you to know the level of business they're doing, for you to know the level of business they're doing, just listen very, very carefully. Okay, then I said, I can hear you. It depends on your system. Thanks. Oh, then I know I was asking if there's a video that was playing there, and not my voice, but the voice from that the audio. Okay, my voice, of course, I know you hear me because I am live, not this is not recorded. Now listen. So now, did you hear what this guy said? Who hear what the JPAC said now? How many of you can hear JPAC? Okay, let me play it again. So if you hear him, just let me just say so. Like I would like the video to continue. Okay, okay, thank you, thank you. Okay, now let's start from the beginning. Listen. I played the video yesterday, but I'm playing it now because of Woye, because of the question that Woye asked. Woye, now listen, okay? So that will answer your question. Did you hear that? That every court case of Mazen Kano, the government, people in government, be it governors, senators, all the politicians, telling you that once you tell them that you want Mazen to be released, they want to do anything to stop it. So in every court case, they are spending 500 million naira. But that's for the logistics. They are not going abroad though. This is within Nigeria. From I don't know where they're traveling. Maybe from Enugu, Anambra, Imo, Abia, or from Lagos. That kind of nonsense. Then you ask yourself, how many jets are they renting for the court case, or what are they paying for? But the money they are mapping out from budget, from their so-called, but so they're using the case of Mazakano to loot. Do you understand? To loot money, to do all manner of corrupt, illegal transaction, just in the name of the logistics. So that is why I told you that it's business to them. Okay, I think I made another mistake. I was still playing the video from another brother, which means you people did not hear anything. Let me start it again. Now listen, listen.
Mr. Sowore, the great activist, a fearless civilian. However, the reason why the Kano Juwe nọ na DSS custody for years bụ na every court sitting na una government na-spend 500 million naira for logistics. Anụrụ m nke ara agbara m, anụrụ m nke a isi mmewum na every court sitting, every day nwere court sitting na na-spend 500 million naira. When I was chatting with him, I said, let your people know this. No, not people, now Igbo people, let them know this. Then they use on our brother, they do business for Abuja. Then they use your brother on our brother, they do business. So I don't think the federal government concern this thing with the happen for Abuja. And when you pass government, Nipa, I can buy, I can the senator, I can the Igbo, I can the governors. Now government are there whatever they go. Now I found that they go to a logistics. Even 500 million every court sitting, Igbo governors and senators. Hey, I am Mumepe. Or say, well, your people, did you see any people here? Now, few of your Igbo brothers stayed here. You go sing and Igbo were level. Igbo, a level at this country called Nigeria. I was at the court, high court, Abuja, live and direct. I went to hear a whole sitting senator. So, Mbagan to Yaman and Igbo, fear. Igbo slave from Nigeria. I swear to God. Senator did to me, like I gate. A DSS in the rank. A DSS I just recruit to Opo. When a DSS I just recruit to Opo, where walk one, turn no motor senator. Did to me, turn where back, steer, go back. Manano never, and the Bucho Alaja, Lugo Alaja, who won't does Alaja. Buru Corona, Tota Corona, Roberego, every Agafe.
So that is what is going on. I think that have answered your question. Sorry, I was playing it with in that wrong browser again, which I was thinking that all of you were listening, but it happened that nobody were hearing what we were saying. Now I have played it again, and I believe you have captured it. If you are still here, because I've noticed that most of you have left. Okay, I'm going to end it here. Okay, we are going to stream again tomorrow. Hopefully, we will be back to our normal way of broadcasting. I will see if we can work with, if the phone will receive deliverance or not. Then, if not, then I will use this pattern as well. Okay, thank you so much and have a wonderful night. Please, before you go, like the stream. I really appreciate your time this late hour broadcast. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. Have a wonderful night, everyone. Good night.